And we're back. Does the NFL create a new package for Netflix? What happens to ESPN Direct to Consumer? Is ESPN going to opt out of its MLB deal in March? And the UFC rights are up. That and much more. The Monthly, the main event with Marchand Ourand. We're back. Welcome to the main event. I'm Andrew Marchand. Marchand Ourand joins us again with his monthly visit. He has a great newsletter every Monday and Thursday, and then his own podcast that comes out on Sundays and Wednesdays. You want to read and listen to John all the time. We're glad to have you on, though. It's always a pleasure, John. Thanks for joining us.
Andrew, you miss me. It's so obvious that you miss me.
You miss me. I think you mention me every newsletter.
You have me on this week. You have Boomer, another Terp on next week.
Look at
I'm
you
sure
promoting the pod.
SVP is going to be on the following week. You get Isola on there, Bonnie Bernstein. I mean, this is great. This is a treat.
The Maryland Terrapin main event. Breaking some news. Yeah, Boomer Esiason will be the guest next week. I have another big name on the horizon coming up a couple weeks after that. But right now, Marchand Ourand. John, as you know, we're sponsored by WSC Sports. Have you thought about how you could reach fans on the device they are most engaged with? Their mobile phones with push notification. WSC Sports can automate the inclusion of near live video highlights sent directly to fans' phones via push notifications. If you're a league, you're a team, you're a network, you should go to WSC Sports, Google WSC Sports, go in the right-hand corner, yellow demo button, and tell them Marchand sent you. To listen to the whole podcast, go to andrewmarchand.com, andrewmarchand.com. Twice a week podcast, Marchand and Mita Perel on Tuesdays, then the main event with me on Thursday. This week we have John. Recently we had Joe Buck, Chris Olivero. We had Jason McCourty last week. Go back into the archives. Plenty more to listen to. All right, let's get to it, John. Does the NFL create a new package for Netflix? I think you look at those international games. I feel like that is an opportunity. And then the 18th game, which seems to be on the horizon, also is going to create some inventory. What says you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that the NFL wants to do that. But the thing that I'm most interested in with this is the Netflix part of it. And Netflix, it set an NFL record for streaming with its Christmas Day games. The Christmas Day games came off sort of without a hitch. It wasn't like the boxing match earlier. But I want to go back to the stuff that Michael Nathanson, who's been a guest on your pod already, or Rich Greenfield have said, is like, don't listen to what Netflix says, look at what they do. And I think that is it's so true. If you look at what's going on right now, they're totally getting seduced by live sports and the premise of live sports. I'm not going to properly source this, but somebody came out with a report that suggested that their biggest day of new subscribers at Netflix came on the day of the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. And so, what do they want to do? They want to build out their advertising tier, and they want to attract new subscribers. And they're seeing that big time sports. I don't expect them to get into the any paddleball leagues or anything along those lines, but big time sports like the NFL and events like that big boxing match. Somebody like Mike Tyson is bringing subscribers in, and if I were running Netflix, that would be setting off alarm bells in my head of we need to do more of this. And so as the NFL expands their international push, as they expand potentially to an extra game, I can certainly see Netflix wanting that. And if Netflix wants that, I think the NFL also wants to keep Netflix engaged as well.
All right, to listen to the rest of the podcast, full-time subscribers, you're good to go. If you want to upgrade, andrewmarchand.com, andrewmarchand.com, couple of taps, and you're back with us. You can hear Marchand Ourand's mellifluous tones. Is that how you say that word?
You know what? I'm going with it. Absolutely.
Right, I don't think I said it correctly, but I need Mita Perel. Usually he corrects me on that stuff.
Melodic, maybe.
No, that's not it either. Anyways, there's a good word for that. And John, you can hear him and say those his beautiful voice.